Sean Sewell with Engearment.com. I got a really cool comparison review for you. Patagonia Micro Puff versus Nano Puff versus Nano Air. So these are three jackets that I feel are very similar price point, weight, insulation, and might be on your radar as well. If you're watching this video, you've probably been trying to figure out what are the differences between these three jackets. We also have comparison reviews on the Macro Puff versus Micro Puff versus DOS Parka, the DOS Light versus Micro Puff. So we got a lot of comparisons for you. I'll link to those below. But if you're looking at this, you're looking for a mid-weight jacket that stuffs up into one of its own pockets, has 60 to 65 grams of insulation, a 10 to 20 denier face fabric, and either casual and layering or mountain and adventure activities. Okay, so let's start with this one. This is the one I've had the longest. This is the Micro Puff. Features a 10 denier ultralight Pertex Quantum material with a DWR coating. The hand pockets are higher up, definitely better for activities where you would have a backpack on. Right here, so the pockets are out of the way. You can fully use them with those backpack straps on. If you are doing cool stuff outside, then you would appreciate a jacket like this. Great for layering, great by itself. We are really pushing the temperatures on this right now. It's 15 degrees with like 65% humidity and 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So if it does get windy, I apologize. My dogs are chilling as well. Chloe's back there coughing up something she found in the woods. And this jacket, I believe it's like $250, $275. I'll have the price below exactly. But again, 60 or 65 grams of Plumafill down-like synthetic insulation. And it has this really awesome weight-saving quilted pattern right here. Less stitching, more puffiness, more warmth per weight ratio. In fact, the time of this review and the time of when I first received this was Patagonia's warmest, lightest jacket. So they do that through that quilting pattern that took them like 8 or 10 years to develop this pattern, and then 10 denier Pertex Quantum fabric, and then their down-like Plumafill synthetic insulation. So very minimal designs, very tiny zippers. I'm not a big fan of tiny zippers, as I've talked about in other reviews. The hood is functional, right there. And my favorite part about this jacket, besides it being ultra lightweight and warm, are the drop pockets. You can totally fit 2 sandwiches per pocket. It's an inside joke on this channel, always stuffing things in the stuff pockets. Wind, please do not blow this jacket away. Do not want to chase it around. All right. Entering the world of the Nano. This is the Nano Puff. This is actually the most budget-friendly of all the jackets in this review. I believe MSRP is $199. This is the jacket, the non-hooded, and my hands are numb AF. All right. It features 60 grams of Primaloft Gold Echo recycled insulation, which is the highest end synthetic insulation from Primaloft. Recycled materials throughout using pure, I forget what pure stands for, I'll put the acronym below, but it's good stuff. You can feel good about it. And again, you have the quilting pattern, or box construction, I should say, keeping that Primaloft Gold Echo insulation in place. And as you can see, the pockets are a little bit lower. So really good for casual use. In fact, if a person was just to buy one of these jackets and they're gonna be using it in city and in the mountains, probably would refer them to this jacket just because it looks good and materials are great. It's 10 denier fabric, so still lightweight, not ultralight like the Micro Puff, but definitely lightweight. And then it features a little bit boxier construction. It's a little more flattering for a lot of people. For reference, I'm 6'1", 45-inch chest, 33-inch waist, 36, 37 in the arms, and the fit is good. Now, the Micro Puff I find allows for better range of motion for overhead activities and stuff. This one, it's good. This is extra large. I probably could have sized down to a large for a more svelte fit, but I like to use this with layering, and I got kind of a big chest and big upper back, 45-inch chest and shoulders, so I sized up to extra large. I probably could have gone down to a large, but again, for my purposes, I want something I can use in the city as well as up here in the mountains. Let's get on to my favorite of the three jackets, the one I find the most use out of, and it still has the word nano in it. That is the Nano Air. Now this is going to enter a totally different kind of category. Yay, it didn't blow away. All right. Bag full of jackets. All right, this guy, the Nano Air. He does pack up as well, although I never stuff jackets in my own pockets. He has a more athletic fit. And the reason being, this is what's called active insulation. It still features 60 grams of, I think it's called Thermolite this year. It's an insulation that doesn't make sense on paper until you use it in the real world. And the reason I love it so much is it dumps heat. Now, probably wondering, why would you want an insulated jacket to dump heat? Well, if you do things that I enjoy doing, like backcountry skiing and splitboarding and hiking, you want insulation that keeps you warm, but doesn't make you sweat. Meaning, on an average hour of backcountry splitboarding, backcountry skiing, you're gonna burn 800 to 1,000 calories. So you're dumping a lot of heat. And if you have on a jacket that doesn't allow for that moisture to come out, you're gonna be covered in sweat, and that's just really not a good thing. So this jacket claims 40 CFM of breathability. That's nuts. That's more than Gore-Tex, that's more than most anything out there. And so what that does is it allows this jacket to be comfortable through a very wide range of temperatures and not build up condensation within the jacket. And it stretches. Look at this. So the hand pockets are kind of in the middle. They're kind of low, almost high enough to use the backpack straps. They kind of hit right here, kind of in the middle. So you definitely could use this for casual use. In fact, I find this jacket very much replacing my indoor hoodie. You know, like in the fall and winter, you might put on a hoodie, watch a movie with the wife or friends or what have you. This has become that for me. So this is like my fleece hoodie for comfort, and then it's my mid layer for touring. So I would put my soft shell or hard shell on over this depending on the weather conditions. And this is perfect for those start-stop active pursuits. And again, it has similar amount of weight, 60 grams of insulation, and it's in panels. So the other two had these quilted constructions or box constructions to keep the insulation in place. This is basically just panel, big old panel of insulation. And as you can tell, it's got great range of motion, no restriction in mobility whatsoever. And it does have a nice sizable Napoleon pocket. You can fit your smartphone in there. And again, if you're really active and you're looking for insulation of the three here, this would be my first choice, just because it will treat you very well, and that it will dump heat. It'll keep you warm when you need it to, and it layers really, really well with other shells. Now, if you're looking for insulation for weight, the Micro Puff would be your choice right here. I mean, let's look at that material. It's got a little shine to it because it's Pertex Quantum. And if you look at the Nano, has more of a matte finish to it, right? It's a little more subdued and chill. So casual / layering, lowest cost to entry, Nano Puff. Micro Puff, most weight or most warmth per weight, compressible, functional amounts, even more so than this because of the pockets and everything else. And then the Nano Air, same price point, same amount of insulation, not as wind resistant as these two, but dumps heat like nothing you've ever seen before. I love it. I'll link below where to purchase. This is Sean with Engearment.com. Until next time, take care.